I'm your host, Bruce Krentz. Or is this Bruce Krentz?
And this is the Northstars show. Apparently I've been replaced. We're looking at a guest host next week, so stay tuned. Maybe that was foreshadowing for things to come. It's Caden Nichaporic. I'm Bruce Krentz, the host of the Northstars show. Behind the camera, not only the cameraman, but roadie and tech guy, Paul Anderson, fixed our little microphone problem just like that.
That's all it took was one battery.
Little microphone problem.
Crippled the whole show.
Just about took down the whole show just like that. Caden, we're just off a couple of losses this past weekend, a couple of 6-2s. Who looked good this weekend? What happened?
I think overall I thought the scores weren't reflective on how we played, but I think Paxton Moore played a really good game, stopped a lot of shots and looked good in both of them, and I also think that our first line of Porty, Monias, and Hutch were all really good too. Daylin picked up a couple goals, Hutch with a couple of assists.
Couple chintzy helps for Hutch, and an unassisted goal for you. Tell us about it.
Assisted by the other team. They ran into each other and coughed the puck up right to me and went on a breakaway-ish and scored.
Did you have your move set out as soon as the puck was on your stick, or was it just sort of trying to read the goalie and get her done?
Try to read the goalie. It took me basically to the goal line to find a spot to shoot.
But got her done.
Yeah,
so
hit the back of the net.
Yeah, for sure. A bit of a bright light. Who do you think we should bring on this time around?
I think we bring on Hutch for himself, for his little farewell.
The you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here segment.
Yeah. And we also will bring on Cash Long and Daylin together. I think that will be a good 2-on-1.
I like that. A couple of good buds, and we haven't had Cash on since almost the beginning of the season, so nice to check in with him.
Well, he was supposed to be on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that just kind of didn't work out. He didn't show up on his big day.
Yeah.
We'll get him this time. So those are niche picks. You got any questions for him? What should we ask Hutch about?
I think we got to ask Hutch about his 2 points on the last weekend.
For sure. How? Okay. And anything for Daylin or Cash?
Ask him about his breakaway goal. He's pretty proud of it.
Okay, we'll get him to Daylin. Okay, we'll get him to describe that. We'll get Coach Stu on right away, and we'll get on with episode 13, lucky 13 of season 11.
Pretty lucky for me. I finally got.
Yeah, you finally got your own microphone, and you gave me a little sniffle, so we were supposed to stay a little bit further away from each other. Hey, let's get on with it. This is the Northstars show. Coach Stuart never stops working. We had to pull you away from a practice just to get a few minutes here. That's how hard we're going to try to get a few more wins this season. A couple of 6-2 losses on the weekend. A depleted roster. We've got those guys up north, and we got a bit of sickness. So what did you think of the games, Coach?
Well, going into the weekend, we didn't really know what we were going to get personnel-wise. And that we went with 9 forwards, 5D Saturday, and then Guy Fenner got hurt Saturday night. So we're 9-4 Sunday, and only one goalie as well. But the 6-2 is not great, but at the same time, things could have been worse considering who was out of the lineup.
Yeah, could have been way worse. A couple of the D-men, I know Reed played some big minutes. Those are almost NHL-style minutes, like some of the top guys you see on TV.
Yeah, he played, I think it was 35 Saturday, 36 Sunday. Isaac was right around 30 each game. And the other guys were all playing 20, 25, like lots of minutes for sure, 4D.
Yeah, crazy. And we talked to Nitch. Nitch picks off the top, and he was saying that he was really impressed with the first line. They were throwing it around pretty good and making an impact.
Yeah, it's good to see Daylin got a couple on Sunday. So, yeah, they're moving the puck well. And against a team like that, it's tough, too. That's second-place team in the league for a reason. Yeah. So getting a little bit of sustained pressure at times is definitely a positive.
Yeah. And he didn't want to talk too much about it, but Caden got a bit of a gift. Their two D-men had a little malfunction at the junction, and he ended up with kind of an easy call.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta hear footsteps, and they'll give it to you, and that's exactly what happened. And hey, fortunate for him, he put her home.
Handed it over, and he knew what to do with it. So yeah, for sure. Do we look like we'll have a few more guys back for this weekend, or how do you think things are looking?
We're working on trying to pick some guys up for the weekend. Everyone's playing with their midget teams. Fenner's still not looking very good, and we were hoping Carson Clemens would be back, but now he's done for the year, so that's not great. It's a tough one for him, but looks like Tommy should be good for this weekend. So I know that the midgets don't play Friday night, and they're down in the area, so we might have Seth Dress and Lincoln on the bench, so that'll help a little bit depth-wise and maybe give guys a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, here's hoping it's going to be lots of ice time. These guys will talk about this for a long time, and hopefully Paxton keeps playing well down there, because we're going to be relying on him.
Well, yeah, we don't even know what we're doing we're going to probably have to phone the league about borrowing someone's goalie for Saturday, Sunday, it's looking like. So
Alberta Golden Bears, the emergency backup, they had a guy on Hockey Night in Canada that got the call an hour before.
Well, that's what we did last weekend, and Brandon actually had to do that the previous weekend against us, so it's not uncommon at every level.
Yeah, everybody, it seems like, is scrambling a little bit here. Hopefully we get some guys on the ice, and we put together a couple of good games. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks.
Hi, my name's Gage Gogol. I'm number 6. I play left defenseman. My hometown is Flin Flon, Manitoba. My elementary school is Ecole McIsaac, and my favorite pregame meal is chicken Alfredo.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. It's with Nick Hutchings. It's a little chat with some of the guys that won't be coming back next year because you timed out. It's not that they don't like you. It's not that we don't like you, but you got to go. Nick, couple years with the team. Let's jump right into it. Give me your on-ice highlight from your career, your esteemed Northstar career.
Probably favorite on-ice memories got to be my first goal. First goal is always nice.
And set the scene for us. When was it? Where was it? What happened?
Not sure when, but I know we were at home playing Parkland, and we had a face-off just outside of their blue line, and I can't remember who took the face-off, but pretty sure they lost it. Their D-man took it back. They tried to pass it up to their winger at the blue line. I picked it off him, just walked in past the blue line, shot through the defenseman's legs, and went high glove after everyone told me not to shoot at the glove.
Hey, you were feeling it. Plus, big one to go through the legs and then high glove. Must have been quite a shot.
Yeah, he's screening the goalie, so yeah. It's worked out good.
Good thinking. And off-ice highlight from the last couple of years?
Probably favorite off-ice highlight's got to be my first year. On one of our nights off there, me and some of the guys went over to Brady Krentz's house and had a mini stick tournament in his basement, and me and Lavery ended up taking home the dub with that.
It was an epic part of the year that last year. I remember hearing lots about that night. It sounded like it was really fun. A little bit of a throwback to the hotel days when you were playing out in the lobby, but a little bit more room in their basement. Banged up the walls a little bit maybe, but it happens. Yeah, exactly. President Mike will be all right with that as long as the boys were playing mini sticks. And a BK shout out on the show always goes a long way, so it's a beauty. Some of your favorite guys to play with over the last couple of years? Laves, BK, who else?
I didn't really get to play much with those guys, but this year I really like playing with Porty and Daylin. I feel like we've been doing pretty all right together.
Yeah, some good chem, and especially this past weekend. Daylin went off for a couple of goals, and things were really cooking for you. You got a couple helps. Yeah, you want to tell us about it?
One of them was just on the power play. We were kind of in there, and then I gave the puck to Ports. He was in the corner. I went over to the net, screened the goalie. Ports gave it up to Daylin, and he just had a nice shot.
Ripped her. Yeah. And you can tell you got good chem when you guys are moving like that, and you can still remember where everybody was the whole time.
I watched it last night. So that's...
You don't remember it from then? It's from the video? I forget that there's so much video now. I know you were scrambling with this question when we talked about it before, but is there something that you feel like you learned or something that you take away from this experience in terms of maybe the work ethic you have to play on an elite team like this, or some of the things that the coaches told you on or off the ice? Anything stand out over the last couple of years?
Not really too sure on that one. I just know that it's a lot of work. You need to be ready to work hard. Yeah.
every time. And kind of following up on that, if you were sitting here in room 6 or across the hallway in room 1 next year when the rookies are sitting down, what's one piece of advice for on the ice or off the ice that you would give them as they head into 2 or 3 years with the NNS?
On the ice, probably if you make a mistake, just own up to it. And when your coach tells you what you're doing wrong, he's just trying to make you better. He's not trying to bring you down. So just listen to him.
That's a great one, because sometimes the guys think the coaches are picking on them, and sometimes it's easy to get your nose out of joint. But I think you got to believe that the coaches want the best for you, right? For sure. Anything for the off ice, how to navigate the moving to Thompson, or just being part of a big group like that spend a lot of time together?
Can't think of something like that right now.
Be a good teammate?
Yeah, just be a good guy.
Yeah, let's go with that. Your career's wrapping up next year. What are we looking at? Work, school, hanging out? You got some hockey lined up?
Probably just gonna work. Yeah.
Very good. Here in the Flan, where are you going to be?
I don't know. Here or back home. Not too sure yet. I don't really got it all figured out yet. Still got a couple more months till I'm done school. So.
Hardest question ever. I still don't know the answer to this. Paul Anderson certainly does not know the answer to this. What do I want to be when I grow up? But if you could have your dream job next year, if you could just roll in today and say, hey, this is what I want to do, what do you think? Anything stick out for you?
I don't know. I've been thinking about getting with hydro, become a lineman.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Good career, move around the north a little bit, make some good money, hang out with some friends. I love that one. I hope that works out. Last one, spring and summer's coming up. The hockey season's ending. When our season ends, you're going to try to play a little bit more hockey, or what do you got lined up between now and summertime?
Some of the guys on the team got something lined up with NCN Flames to play with them for their playoffs after our season here.
Beautiful. A bunch of them just walked through the hallway. They'll be happy to have you. I'm sure they were looking in here just wondering when you'll be joining the lineup. So it's good. Hey, you don't have to go home, but Nick Hutchings, you can't stay here.
Hi, my name is Brian Pundell. I'm number 19. I'm play right wing. My hometown is Coral Harbour. My elementary school is Sucku School, and my favorite pregame meal is chicken Alfredo.
2-on-1 second and third appearances on the show this year. Cash Long, Daylin, Monias. Daylin, slow start, but now it seems like you're the favorite person on the whole show. So welcome back. Tell us, before we get into the 2-on-1, just a few thoughts, you guys, on this past weekend. How'd you think the team played, even though we didn't get any wins?
I feel like we played pretty good. Yeah, we were passing the puck pretty well, I felt like. Pretty good.
All right. Cash, any thoughts? What'd you think?
Same exact thing as Daylin. I thought we did pretty good, and we moved the puck around pretty good.
Just didn't quite get as many goals as they did. It happens. Let's jump right into it. It's 2-on-1. So Cash and I picking on Daylin as if we were coming down the ice on him. I'm going to start this one off because it reflects back to the weekend. You got a couple of goals, really lit up the sheet. Tell us about one of them. What was the highlight goal for you this weekend?
Probably my first goal on Sunday. We just got scored on 3 times on the power play. Yeah, the coach called timeout. Put me, Ports, and Hutch out there. I dumped the puck in. Ports gets it. I'm coming up around the left side circle. Ports gives it to me. I'm just at the face-off dot, and I snipe it high blocker, I think. Yeah, or high glove. Yeah, high glove.
I like asking this question too. Did you look and see space, high glove, or did you just rip it with all you had?
Yeah, this time I actually seen some mesh and I shot there.
A nice heads-up play. Good one. And in the timeout, some sharp words from the coach. Was it a little blue around the bench, or did they keep it together?
It was all right. Yeah.
Just a little rah-rah? Is he telling the truth?
There's a couple swears, but
double choice words. I probably shouldn't call that out on the show, but it seemed to help somehow. Yeah. What's your question?
What is your go-to celly?
It's my salute.
Let's have it. And how long have you been using the salute?
Oh, probably since first year Adam, second year Adam, or something like that. Yeah.
How many times do you think Cash has seen you do that? Like, is he tired of it?
Yeah, I'd say he's probably tired of it. Over 100 times for sure, if not more.
Story, check out. Are you tired of it, or do you just love seeing it now that you're on the biggest stage?
Oh, I love seeing it. Every time.
Did you pick it up from Yarmer Yager, or did you just make it up yourself? Where did it come from? Do you know?
Just my dog died and Dylan Cripps, just saluting to them. Yeah.
Holy cow, that's better than the Yager thing. Nice. That's awesome. Right on. Okay, this is a bad lead-in from a great heartwarming story like that, but you also got in a little bit of a dust-up down south on the weekend. So this newfound confidence may have gone a little too far. I don't know. Although Coach Stu said you didn't start it, but you finished it. So what happened there?
I was back checking. We were in the D zone, hit a guy. He didn't like it. Went to the corner to get the puck. He came after me. I let him get one jab in, and then I said wasn't having it. And then we started fighting. Isaac came in. He came and helped me. So then he had 2 guys on him, and then I took another guy, had him down, and then 2 other guys jumped on top of me, and then the linesman finally got us all settled.
Like, did it look like WWE out there? What was that?
It was amazing to watch. It's the first time I've ever seen Daylin let out some anger.
Wowee. Did you? Yeah, it was, yeah, that's what happened to Paul at the Shaw Christmas party. No, not really. Another question. What you got?
What is your favorite weekend experience?
Oh, like a North Star weekend?
Yeah.
Probably my 3-point weekend, I'd have to say. Yeah, it was a good weekend. That's about it.
What do you think you should have said? What's the road story?
Oh, it was a pretty funny story. So me, Reed, and Daylin were in the same room, and I think it was about 12:30, and me and Reed were up, and I saw Daylin like half awake, so I went over there. I started telling Daylin that it was time for breakfast, and I was telling him it was 8, and we were late for it. So then he started freaking out kind of. So he wasn't sure about it at the start. He like sat up a couple times, and he went back to bed, and then me and Reed were like laughing about it. So then Daylin finally checked his phone. He saw it. He told us to F off.
So the fight wasn't the first anger you've seen out of him?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Did they legitimately have you going?
Yeah, I thought we had breakfast. Didn't know what was going on. Half asleep. So.
I love it. Classic road story. And how long did you guys laugh after that?
Oh, for a while. Reed was laying on the floor. I was on the floor. Talked about it at breakfast that morning. It's pretty funny.
That is an absolute classic road story. Mun Cup's coming up in a couple of weeks. What's your Mun Cup memory?
It's winning Mun Cup and then getting MVP in that Mun Cup. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good. And anything stick out for that? I'm guessing you had lots of goals and a good team to play with. Did you guys roll over everybody, or were there some tight games? Do you remember?
I think we rolled over everyone except for Swan. I think in the finals it was 6-3 or something like that.
Close-ish. Do you have a Mun Cup memory? I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I do. So same year, Daylin beat me by 1 point to get the MVP.
You're kidding me. Yeah. I got MVP and runner-up right here. A couple of All-Stars. Crazy. You got one more question for him?
If you couldn't play hockey and like say you're in like an Olympic sport, what would it be?
Probably basketball. Yeah.
Will you try to play any basketball after the hockey season ends, or are we all hockey all the time now?
Actually, at the end of the summer, I'm going to Halifax for NAG basketball. Yeah.
Bo Jackson, two-sport athlete. There's probably a newer reference, but that's the only one I can think of. But, hey, good luck on that. It'll be lots of fun. If the what if question, it's like Chichu last year. What if you got scholarships to unis for both basketball and hockey, where would you go?
Like what university? Or?
No, which sport would you say?
Hockey for sure, 100%.
100%?
Yeah.
And if you could go to any uni, where'd you go?
I got no clue.
Right on. Cash Long, Daylin, Monias, 2-on-1, right here on the Northstars Show. You could say 13's unlucky, but I think that turned into a great show. It's episode 13 of season 11 of the Northstars Show. Thanks to Niche Picks, Caden Nichaporik off the top, Nick Hutchings, see, I got his name right all 3 times this episode, Daylin, Monias, I was so close, and Cash Long on the 2-on-1. It's the Northstars Show. Thanks for watching. We're doing it all again next week, probably with a guest host, one of these guys. Tune in and find out.